Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to Leonyx Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading on what their current thoughts and feelings are for you. We have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, which has this piece of amethyst, and then we have pile 2 with this lovely piece of blue lace agate, and then we have pile 3 with this piece of onyx, black onyx I should say. So feel free to choose via the crystal or the image on the cards, and feel free to pause the video if you need to, and I will see you in your pile. Hi there pile 1. So this will be your reading if you chose the amethyst. I'm just going to pop that up there, and these cards we're going to look at the end, and they will be like messages from the person or your counterpart's higher self. And we're going to do an energy check part of the reading as well. So it's going to be a person A, person B type format, and then we're also going to look at the connecting energy as well. So I hope that I have enough space for everything to fit. And those are the connecting energies. Don't know if they're all going to fit, but we will try. There we go. So with person A, this is going to be person A on this side, and then we'll have person B over there. So with this lamb energy, it's very innocent, almost like a wanting to start again and start afresh with things. And there's a need for person A to be more themselves. And when I say an innocence, I don't mean it in a negative way. It's almost like starting out fresh, and it's making me think of the Fool energy, and it goes really well with the grumpy red fairy, be your true self. There's a need to, there may be family members or friends that feel like they should, are telling them to conform and to do the status quo to fit in, and just generally sort of trying to trying to think of the words here, but they feel very almost trapped, and there's this desire to push forwards and defend who they are at a core level. With Mars being here, this could also signify an Aries person. But yeah, there's a real kind of opposition and a need to kind of defend who they are, or feel like they need to push against traditions, possibly, as well. We also have earth energy here with the lamb. And then with the fire ant person, person B, there's almost a chaotic sort of energy there as well, like they're going through a transition, and they may have been experiencing energy vampires or something that's trying to drain their energy. and they've either been going through or are still going through a time of healing to close out these karmic cycles and things like that, and healing from them, to be able to more truly, it feels like if there's a lot of mirroring going on, then don't worry about it, because it can either signify that it's your divine counterpart, or it can be talking about the healing that's going on and the relationship between the two aspects of yourself, the divine feminine and divine masculine as well. But you're both on a healing journey and closing out cycles and things like that. It feels like the lamb person could be slightly ahead of the fire ant. But let's look at the joining energies here. I'm not going to have enough space for all of these. Let's move these over a bit. Also, with the crystal that you chose being amethyst, it could signify that there is a divine connection between the two of you, because amethyst is very intuitive and very much to do with psychic connections and psychic abilities as well. So you may find that you are in each other's dreams and things like that. So, but this connection with the man holding a coin, door to personal healing and happiness, communication and recognition, there is that recognition there of what this connection is, and your person, whichever way round it is, one of you wants to be making the offer and communicate that to move things forwards, but there is healing that needs to continue to take place before this happens. But the relationship itself is very healing, and if you're in separation, then when you do come together, it will still be a very healing process and healing relationship, because you will support each other and be each other's cheerleaders going forwards. Also, I just want to note with this card here, Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl, if the fire ant person is you, and you have people that are whispering in your ear telling you things, then you're being asked to not listen to those, to use discernment, because you know deep down at a soul level what this connection is to you, regardless of whether it's platonic, romantic, family, whatever it is. And yeah, allow yourself to recognize, or you're just starting to allow yourself to recognize what this connection could be, or what it actually means to you as well. But things will be opening up, even if they aren't right now. With the door card here, when things do open up between you, it's like you're going to be stepping into a new world together, and it's going to lead to further healing as well, as I say, because you'll be each other's cheerleaders. But yeah, so if this resonates, then I'm going to put these away and then we will look at your tarot. So while we do your tarot, I'm going to do it so that there is a row for their thoughts and also a row for how they're feeling about this connection. So how are my pile one's person feeling? Nope. How are my pile one's person's thinking? What are they thinking right now? What are my pile one's person thinking? What my pile one's person thinking, please, Spirit? My pile one's person. What are they thinking about this connection, please? Can I get one more? And how are they feeling? How are they feeling about this? How are they feeling about this connection? How are they feeling about my pile ones? Okay, what have we got in the back of the deck there? Knight of Wands in reverse. Actually, I'm going to put that over there. So, let's see if I can turn these over. So the Sun. Yeah, they know that you're their happiness. And they want this, yeah, Sun and the Fool already. Oh, and the Lovers. They know. They know this connection is for them. And that you are their person. Four of Pentacles. They're holding on to something. What have we got here? Two of Swords. Yeah, they're not quite sure how they're going to come forward and really present the offer to you. They know that this is what they want, but there's a need for planning, and there's something that they're still holding on to, that they're just sort of getting towards the end of letting go of. Although it could also be that they aren't going to let go of this connection, even though they don't know how they're going to turn up and present themselves, because they want to present their best selves. So they want to make sure that everything is in order and they've got all of their ducks in a row, and have something that they feel is worthy of you to present you with, which is why they've not come forward as yet. Because the Knight of Wands is a fast-moving, passionate energy, and because it's in reverse, I'd say that it's because of this Two of Swords energy being in reverse. There's no plan as yet as to how it's going to come about. And they may be feeling a little because they're not sure how they're going to come forward to you as yet. With the Four of Cups being here, it can be about meditating and kind of doing that inner soul searching as to how, because they want to be victorious. They want to be victorious when they come forward to you. And with the Strength card being here and the Two of Pentacles, they want to make sure that things are balanced as well. They want things to be equal, so that there may be a little bit of an an energy of not feeling like they're completely worthy. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It could be to do with money, because they want to be financially stable before they move forwards with you. And so right now they're putting in the work and the endurance with the Strength card here. And there's a lot of Leo energy here as well. And we have Gemini with the Lovers. So yeah, there's a real certainty here about the connection and wanting to move forwards. It's just that they feel like they need to put in the work now, so that they are a place where they feel like they have something substantial to offer you, and so that they feel worthy of your love and an investment in them. And this isn't to say that you don't see them in that way. This is how they see themselves, and how they want to present themselves and show up for you. It's almost a sense of they're almost there, but not quite. They're almost ready to step forwards and to make this offer, but it's not quite there yet. There's still a little bit of groundwork that needs to be put in, or they're waiting for something to go through before they're there and ready. But it's a very strong connection, and because we've got four major arcana here as well, and there's also 2 4s, so it's very much about stability. And you may be seeing 1111 as well. It could be a significant number for you as like a confirmation. But it's a very strong, stable energy that if you were doubting this as to whether it was going to, if you're in separation and you're doubting whether this is going to come through into fruition, then you're being reassured that it is. It's a sure thing. It's just a matter of timing. But I want to, before we look at the last 2 cards, I just want to take a look at these oracle messages for you as well, and see if there's anything that your person's higher self would like to say about the connection. So, messages from pile 1's person's higher self. Date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. Yeah, they want to go on a date with you. They want to take you out, pile 1. And abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. So yeah, stay positive about this connection, and because your mindset will have an effect on how you interact with each other. And not that it will prevent this from coming through, but it will delay the proceeds if you are feeling negatively about the situation. And kisses, unconditional, loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Yeah, there's a lot of love here. And you both love each other in an unconditional sort of way. So there isn't... It's a feeling of you accept each other's little quirks and things that you would worry that someone would find maybe annoying or that makes you feel a bit quirky and weird, but you accept those unconditionally about each other, and it's you don't love each other despite of that. You love each other because of those as well. They're part of what you find endearing about each other. And I feel that that goes on both sides. It's not just your person that feels that way, it's you as well. So, are there any other messages from pile one's person's higher self, please, Spirit? Heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. So yeah, as I was saying about staying positive, if you aren't feeling positive about the situation and confident in yourself, then it can cause you to close out your heart, and it may be what's making your person seem distant from you right now. It's because they aren't feeling confident in what they have to offer. And so at the moment they are working on opening their heart space and doing what they need to feel like they're worthy of you. So I was going to look at the back of the deck, but I've started shuffling again. So we're going to pull one more, and then we'll look at the back of the deck. Are there any other messages from pile one's person's higher self, please, Spirit? Any other messages? And we have sunglasses. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Yeah, I feel like they're possibly gaslighting themselves because they don't feel worthy, but they are watching, and they might be keeping an eye on your social media to see what you're up to and things like that if you aren't in communication. And on the back of the deck we have not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego, issues and jealousy. Yeah, I think that's a reflection on how they're feeling at the moment, because they're working on their confidence, and if they were to come forward to you right now, then they would most likely sabotage the situation in some way because they wouldn't feel worthy. So there is a need to kind of wait this out just a little bit longer. But we're also going to get these messages from them as well. So, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So yeah, don't push and try and force things to happen before the divine timing is ready, because it's on the way. So if you accept things as they are, then they are going to automatically change because you're coming at it from a different energy. And you also have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Yeah, I think that's also how your person sees you as well. So, thank you for joining me. I think that's where I'm going to leave your reading, pile one. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and I'm sending you so much love. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe if you feel like doing so, and you'll be notified of when my next video goes up. And I hope that you will come back and see me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. This is your pile if you chose the blue lace agate. And blue lace agate is about communication and links with our throat chakra. So there could be a need to, it feels like there could be something that needs to be communicated between you, or there is something that one of you is holding back from saying to the other, but we will see what comes out in the cards. These two, just played with the candle and now I've got soot on my finger, but these two cards we're going to read right at the end, and we are going to do an energy check first. Sorry guys, I just stopped to sort my finger out. So these are going to be the cards that we're going to use. It's going to be a person A, person B style format, and then we're going to look at the connecting energies as well. So to start with, we have Pink Lotus Fairy, A Time for Spirit, and we also have House 3, Early Learning, Childhood Relations, the Rational Mind and Communication, and we also have Immutable. Not quite sure if they're on camera. I'll move that up a little bit. With Surrender, Fluidity and Welcoming Change. And then you actually ended up with 2 of these cards. I only intended to take 1, but 2 came out, which is Lizard and Earthworm. So, hold on, if I do this one next, and then we will get into it a bit. So, I can't pronounce that one, but she is a princess, and she is an underwater princess. Powerful personal growth. And we also have Gemini with curiosity, intellect and networking, and we also have Taurus with trust, patience and sensitivity. And then we also have the hyena. So my pile 2s. I'm going to start with the lizard earthworm side. So this feels very much like there's been a lot of, or there is a lot of inner child healing going on. There's a lot of Gemini energy. I know we have Gemini over there, but with House 3 and Mutable, they're both linked with Gemini. And Mutable, the Mutable signs that it's also linked with, there's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. Which are all mutable signs, so they may be significant for you. But with the earthworm here, it's described as being a very timid kind of energy, and that may be because of the healing that's going on right now. And the lizard energy is a very sensitive kind of energy as well, so they may come across as being kind of withdrawn maybe, and quite timid to come forwards. And if they're out of balance right now, they may be overindulging, staying up late, those sorts of things, and there's a need for balance to come in, because that's what the Pink Lotus Fairy talks about, that need for spiritual balance with the indulgence and things of the physical realms. So there may be a need for some kind of, it's a need for a control over the mental realm and thought processes and patterns of thinking, which would link in with the inner child work that's been going on, and the patterns and conditions that would have been learnt at a young age. And then on for person B, person B can be a bit of a joker, and at the moment there's a lot of emotional growth that's happening, as well for them. And it's a matter of kind of, there's a very curious sort of energy to it as well. And the hyena person may feel out of their depth at times in when it comes to emotional things and dealing with their emotions. So let's take a look at the connecting energy between you. Let's move those over. Yeah, walking away, hostilities. It may be that you may have had a fallout recently, or it might be that it feels slightly overwhelming. So one or both of you have chosen to walk away from the situation. But there's an inner knowing there. And with miracles, this asks us to look at the blessings in disguise and remember that rejection is divine protection. So if things aren't going well between the two of you, there is a reason for it. And you need to follow your gut instincts on this. And it feels very much like you're being asked to be open to receiving miracles and to trust in your instincts. So it's quite an interesting energy. I'm not quite sure what direction this is going to go in, if I'm totally honest, or what kind of connection this is. But I'm going to tidy these away and then we will get into your tarot. Hopefully there is enough for you to go on to see whether this is your pile or not. And yeah, I will be back in a second. Let's take a look and see what we have for your tarot. In this section we're going to do 2 rows. So the top row will be their thoughts and the bottom row will be how they are feeling about you in this situation. And hopefully we'll get a bit more for you. I've noticed that when I'm reading there is always at least one pile that I feel slightly spaced out with, and I think that could potentially be you guys. So bear with me, I will try and stay as grounded as possible to get what I can for you. And Spirit's referring to you as the Space Cadets. Right, let's see. How is my pile 2's person thinking of them? What do my pile 2's person think of them? What do they think of them? What do they think of them, please, Spirit? What do my pile 2's person think of them? And how do they feel about them? How do my pile 2's person feel about them? How do they feel about them? Which one? How do they feel about them? One more, please, Spirit. How do my pile 2's person feel about them? There we go. What have we got on the back of the deck? We've got the 9 of Wands on the back of the deck. So let's see if I can get a grip on this, turn them over for you. King of Swords, 8 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. Right. There is they've put in their minds there are self-imposed limits that they've put in. It's like they feel trapped and like they can't take any action towards this connection, but it's in their heads, it's in their own minds that they've created this. But they're also working towards leaving something behind, which I believe is this mindset. But it's going to take time, because there's an element of divine timing at play with the Seven of Pentacles on the end here. So the seeds are sown and they're working on it, but they could be coming across as quite immature, with both the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles here in reverse. So there's a lack of... They have the potential and they may be really mature in other aspects of life, but when it comes to this connection, they're not showing up with that energy. But with the back of the deck energy being the Nine of Wands, it feels very much like this is a cycle that had to be gone through, that will be coming to an end with this divine timing. Yeah. And then with the Five of Pentacles, they know. It's like a sense of missing what's there, because they do want to rectify the situation and things. We've got the Lovers here, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups. They want to come forwards with an offer of some sort that would be emotionally fulfilling. But right now they just don't feel able to. And then also with the Queen of Swords here. So it could be some kind of karmic cycle that you're going through. Although it could potentially be divine counterparts. But there's a lot still left to work through, because we have got the King and Queen of Swords here, but they're both in reverse. And a lot of the cards, I don't know how well this is coming out on the camera, but a lot of the cards at the beginning here are very dull and black and white. They're kind of muted colours, and the colour doesn't come through until further along the line. And for me, it sort of indicates the energy that they're coming from and transitioning to. So there is change coming, but it's going to take some time, and the amount of time is going to be different for each and every one of you. Partly because of it being a general reading, but it feels, I'm not getting a lot of details coming through for this group, and I think that's for a reason, because it's so diverse and everything will be different for you. But yeah, it's a matter of kind of waiting it out, focusing on you and not so much this connection, because there's healing that needs to take place on an individual level before you can come together. And it may seem like, because I'm being drawn to the Lovers here with the two swans, so although outwardly it may not seem like there is a lot going on and a lot changing, there is a lot of inner work going on. Because when you think of swans, when you see them gliding along the water, it looks so graceful and so smooth, but what you don't see are their feet going crazy under the water, propelling them along. And it's that same sort of sense of there's a lot going on underneath the surface that you're not necessarily able to see. It may be that they either don't want you to see what's going on and what they're healing and things like that, or it could be that you're in no contact and you are not talking at the moment. But you're being asked to kind of trust, because what is meant for you won't miss you. Like, it won't pass you by. So if this connection is meant for you, trust that it will come back around and it will play out how it's supposed to. So I'm going to get you some oracle cards to get messages from your person's higher self. Which will hopefully give us a little bit more. Because they're very closed off. And it's probably why there's not a lot coming through for me to channel for you. They're very closed off, very secretive, or very private, I should say. It's not so much that they're keeping secrets, it's just that they're really private about what's going on in their own inner world and what they're dealing with right now. So let's see. Any messages for my pile twos? Soulmates. Yeah. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. So yeah, whatever it is that you are processing and closing out with this person, it was preordained and a part of your soul missions and soul contracts in this lifetime. What the outcome will be is hard to say, because there's so much still to be done before it gets to that point, and it's kind of too far off in the future to really tell. There is a lot of love there, there's no denying that, but yeah, the actual details, it's kind of you'll have to wait and see sort of thing, and continue on the journey and just let it unfold naturally as it goes. So, are there any more messages, please, for my pile twos from their person's higher self, please, Spirit? Messages from my pile twos from their person's higher self. Keys on a ring. Many options, decisions on... Sorry guys, as I was reading this one, my phone went off and started ringing. So it may be that they want to reach out to you, but they are avoiding it until a bit more healing is done and they feel a bit more ready to. So the card says many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So yeah, they know that if they came back right now, that would be all that they could offer you. They wouldn't be able to offer you anything substantial, which they know that you're worth more than that. So, oh, that is a lot. I'm going to put those ones back and we will keep that one. So the runner, that would explain a lot. The runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to the ego. So yeah, if you resonate as a divine counterpart, then they are busy in the running stage at the moment. They're not ready to come back around, and it's important that you focus on your own healing and growth right now, because the more you chase them, the further away they'll get. It will just kind of repel them. So, because you need to kind of think of it as two magnets. If they're the wrong way around because they're not in alignment, and you try and push them together, they're just going to, the opposing energy is just going to force them apart. So the timing isn't right yet. And are there any more messages, please, for my pile 2s from their person's higher self? And we've got 2. Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, be strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling, and separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. So yeah, they may be dealing with some... Thinking back to when we did the energy check, there was a card of... Where did I put them? There was a card of overindulgence, and I can't remember which side that was on. One second, guys. I just wanted to grab them quickly. So it was from the Pink Lotus Fairy, which talks about overindulgence, needing to find balance, and I think that's very much where they are at the moment. And there were also the pile to have the Lizard and Earthworm, which are the more timid energies, which would coincide with the Runner as well. So yeah, that's pretty much where they're at the moment. They're just kind of trying to heal themselves and find that balance, but they do recognise the separation, and they do miss you, and they do think of you. They can't see the wood for the trees right now, and they can't see where the connection is going to head in the long term, which is probably why it hasn't come out. And on the back of the deck we have not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. So yeah, they're still processing a lot of emotions right now, and they're just not peopling right now. So they may have that desire to call you, but they're going to avoid making it right now because they know where they are with this current situation and how they're feeling in themselves as to what they would bring to the table, because they're going to want to present their best selves, and they know that they're just not in that energy right now. So let's take a look at your last 2 cards, which are from the pile selection. So we have Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Yeah, I think that's kind of self-explanatory. And Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream and imagine. So yeah, if you let go of... If you focus on your own healing and forgiveness for what has happened within this connection in the past, and it's not that forgiveness lets them off the hook and says that what they did was okay, because that isn't the case, but forgiveness frees up your own energy, because you're not sitting in it, dwelling on it and carrying it around with you. It frees you up and will help you to feel lighter and freer in yourself. So if you don't feel right now that you can forgive them for what they've done, work on forgiving yourself and for forgiving how things have turned out so far, because the story isn't over yet. It's only a step along the journey. So I think that's all I have for you, my pile 2s. Thank you ever so much for being here. I'm sending you lots of love, and please feel free to comment, like or subscribe to be notified of when my next video goes up, and I hope that you come back and see me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. This is your pile if you chose the black onyx, and which is a very grounding, very stabilizing kind of stone. Also, black crystals will absorb and transmute negative energies. So if that's something that you're struggling with, if you need grounding, then that's a great stone for you. These two cards here that were part of the pile selection, we're going to look at last, and they're going to be your last messages. So I'm just going to pop those to one side, and then we are going to look at your oracle cards, and this is going to be in a person A, person B style format with the connecting energies in the middle. So let's see what we have here for you. Carnivorous flower fairy. A tempting offer has a high price. And we also have Libra with consideration, fairness and harmony. And we also have water with spirituality, emotion, intuition and compassion. And we also have the nightingale. And that's the connecting energies. For person B, we have the snow angel, Gemini, with curiosity, intelligence and networking. And we also have Mars, not quite sure how I'm going to fit those in. And we have the firefly. So I'm going to start with person A over here with the nightingale. They may be quite vocal about how they're feeling, and they feel things quite deeply as well. Although they're striving to find balance at the moment, because past experiences are potentially holding them back. It feels like they've already done a lot of healing, but there is a pattern there that makes them think that something's too good to be true, and that there's going to be a price to pay for it that they can't see. And they're kind of, it's almost that energy of waiting for the other foot to drop. So, but they are very good at communicating. And I would say that they're quite good at communicating their emotions as well. And then for person B over here with the firefly, you could quite easily burn out. Person B is the sort of person that will put their all into something and kind of lose track and potentially not know when to stop or take a break. And so if you are person B, then Spirit is asking you to know when to slow down and when to stop, because you are being shown signs. Your angels are very strongly around you with the Snow Angel card, and they're trying to communicate with you through signs and synchronicities, and you're being asked to look out for them. You're very intuitive and tapped in, but at the same time you're very headstrong as well. And once you set your sights on something, then that's it. You're going for it. When it comes to astrology, the star signs for person B that may be significant would be Gemini and Aries as well. So let's take a look at your connecting energies. We've got Patience, Angel of Love, Memories, and Patience. Wow, okay, we've got Patience coming out twice. It feels like you've known each other for a long time, whatever this connection is and however it looks for you. With the Memories card here, you may be feeling nostalgic about this connection, because there is a sense of nostalgia there, and even if you haven't known each other for a long time, you've made a lot of memories together, and you're also very supportive and patient with each other. There's no brash energy here. It's apart from the wanting to take action and almost wanting to take charge of the situation. The way that you are with each other, it feels quite different to that. And there is a sense of unconditional love and wanting to support and take as much time as is needed between you. It's a very beautiful, soothing, calm kind of energy to it. And I'd say that you're very gentle with each other. It's just a really lovely energy, and very authentic as well. So I'm interested to get into your tarot. So I'm going to tidy these away, and I will be back with your tarot in 1 second. Hopefully that is enough for you to kind of judge whether this is your pile or not, and we will get into it. Right, for the tarot portion of your reading, we are going to look at their thoughts in the top row and then their feelings in the row below. And then we will also be getting guided messages from them, from their higher selves. And then we'll also look at the 2 cards from the pile selection as well. One more shuffle, and then we'll see what we can get for you. How are my pile 3's person thinking of them at the moment? What do they think of them? What do they think of my pile 3's? What is going on in their head? Pile 3's person, please, Spirit. What are they thinking? And how do they feel about my pile 3's? How do they feel? How are my pile 3's person feeling about them? One more, please, Spirit. How are they feeling about them? And back of the deck energy is the 4 of Cups in reverse. So let's flip these over and see what's happening. That's quite interesting. It's quite an expansive sort of energy and how they're thinking of things. Although something's slightly off balance in how they're seeing things, which is why there's not a lot of forward momentum right now. In their minds, they're wanting to rush forwards and not wait. But it's going to... things will be out of whack if they do that. And they're being guided to do some kind of inner reflection and inner work as well. Because although they're being faced with a choice as to how to move forwards and what direction to go in, this is the thing, to me this is the energy that they're in, and this is what they're moving towards, but it's going to be, it feels like it's going to be slightly off balance, so they may come across as being slightly all over the place because of the impatience that they're feeling, or you may find that they're not taking action because they feel out of balance. Yeah, that feels more. It may be different for you depending on your situation. They're either going to be slightly out of balance when they show up, or they're waiting and that's why they're not showing up just yet. They have a lot of emotions for you though, and they are manifesting and working to bring things to fruition, because they're not satisfied. Emotionally, they don't feel like there is anyone else for them, or that there is anyone else that can bring them the amount of happiness. If this is a platonic situation, then you are like their ride or die best friend, and which obviously you can still have that energy if it's a romantic connection, but there isn't anyone else that brings them that level of companionship and joy to their lives, because all of the cards in their emotions, they're all cups, so they're very much in their feels about you, all apart from the Magician, which speaks of them having everything that they need. Like, they're working with all the elements to bring in the manifestation. And also, this is going to be quite a specific message for some of you, but given the energy check and your connecting energy, I would be quite surprised if you weren't already with this person, and rather than it being you that they are manifesting and bringing in, because the Three of Cups can talk about celebration, but it can also talk about pregnancy as well. So it feels like this could be something that they desire with you because of the Three of Cups being upside down. So some of you may be trying for a baby, or maybe wanting to, the person that you're inquiring about may want to have children with you because they see you as their person. And not being able to, it's not so much about not being able to bring it in, but there's something mentally that is out of whack for them. Either they're not thinking straight about the situation or something, but they're being quite impatient and rash about things. And there's a sense of, they see you as being really, really stable and having everything that you need in a material sense already. And they potentially think that you may not be receptive to what it is that they want to pursue with you, or they want to bring forward and offer you. So let's go ahead and get some messages from their higher selves. I'm going to use this little oracle deck, and then we'll look at the final messages for you. Just straighten those out, because I just can't help myself. Sorry about that, pile 3. I was chatting away to myself because I can't see the screen because of how everything's set up. I can't see the screen to see exactly what's going on with it, and yeah, it cut out. It stopped recording for some unknown reason. So while I was chatting away to myself, I pulled your cards for you. So we'll just quickly go back through them. I am so sorry. I've been sat here talking to myself thinking that I was talking to you, but it wasn't recording. So I'll read them in the order that they came out. So we have passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun, which, as I was saying, it feels very much like a light-hearted kind of situation that they want more from. And with the date card here, they enjoy spending time with you without putting too much pressure on the situation, and they don't want that to change, even though they do want more with you, but they love seeing you smile and you laugh and just really having a good time. And with the sunglasses card here, that kind of ties in with it as well. But they need to sort of focus out of the situation to kind of look at things from the big picture. But they do enjoy watching you having fun. And with the talking card here, they do want to communicate this with you, and that they want more from the relationship, regardless of what stage you're in. They want to take it to the next level. They just don't know how to communicate it to you, although they do want to. And with the karmic relationship card on the end here, they're feeling kind of triggered in a way because they aren't sure how you're going to take it. And this card here with the addiction also talks about restraint as well, which kind of ties in with it. They're holding themselves back right now. But they do acknowledge that this is a deeper connection with the soulmate card, which talks about soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. But they are holding things back right now because they aren't sure how it will be received. And then with the mask here, which ties in with that, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. So it feels very much like they're hiding their true feelings from you because they aren't sure how it will be received, which is why they're not moving forwards, even though they know in their emotional being how they truly feel. And so, to finish off, yes, we are still recording, that's good, I'm paranoid now. These are your 2 cards from the pile selection that we're going to read out now. So, Secret Admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on, which is exactly what I think is going on with this situation. You may just be friends if you aren't already together. But yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And the other one is Sacred Union. Honour and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred, which ties in with the soulmates card here as well. So I hope that this has been helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you so much love. Please feel free to like, comment or subscribe if you feel like doing so, and you'll be notified of when my next video goes up. And I hope that you will come back and see me again soon. Bye.